Hello, welcome to English Composition. My name is Michael Chang. I'm here with Jackie Sue. Today we're on Unit 6 and our topic is What a Lovely Thing.
大家好，欢迎来到英文作文，我是 Jackie Sue。我们今天来到第6讲的部分，今天的题目是多么美好的事物。
Dr. Chen is in England right now speaking at a conference, but she'll be back with us soon.
陈老师现在在英国参加一场学术研讨会，他很快的就会回到我们英文作文当中。
Right, so let's review some of the things that we've done recently. So far in this course, we've been learning how to write about statements of fact. And so the goal has been to express yourself clearly, and you've written about sentences that have been about a person's hometown or their age or about their preferences.
好的，目前为止我们在本课中已经学会如何组成事实性的句子。那我们的目标是为了能够有效地表达我们的各种想法。那我们也已经练习如何叙述一个人关于他的家乡、他的年纪或是他的个人偏好等等的句子。
However, simple statements of fact may not be really appealing to your readers. A competent writer needs to be able to make vivid descriptions about the characters and topics that you write about.
然而，仅做事实性的叙述并不是很有趣，所以一个好的写作者呢，必须能够生动并且有效率地叙述各种事物以及角色。
So now adjectives are crucial to being able to make these vivid descriptions.
而形容词呢，在我们做生动的句子的造句的时候呢，是非常重要的。
And so today we're going to learn how to use adjectives, and we're also going to learn about how to write about a description of an object.
所以说，我们今天要学习如何使用形容词，并且练习用形容词来描绘各种物品。
All right, let's learn about adjectives first.
首先，我们必须学什么是形容词。
All right, now adjectives are words that go with nouns that tell more information about the noun.
好的，形容词常常与名词并用，它能够提供更多有关于名词的讯息。
Now, adjectives can help a reader to understand what you are thinking or seeing because they give extra details.
由于形容词能够提供更多的讯息，它可以帮助读者进一步了解你的想法。
And adjectives are also important because you can influence the opinions of others through your use of adjectives.
另外呢，你甚至可以透过形容词影响他人对事情的想法，所以说形容词是非常重要的。
All right, let's take a look at some pictures now.
让我们来看一些图例。
And these pictures are from www.freedigitalphotos.net.
我们这边的照片是由以下这个网址所提供。
And so over here we can see 4 pictures of dogs, and some of the dogs have some brown, some of the dogs have some black on them.
我们在这边看到有4张不同的狗的照片，那有些狗它是咖啡色的，也有黑色的小狗。
And some of the dogs, or one of the dogs looks bigger, one of the dogs looks smaller.
有一只狗它看起来比较大只，另外一只狗它看起来稍微小只一点点。
Right, now I'm going to ask Jackie a question, and let's see what happens. Jackie, can you please hand me the picture of the dog?
这个时候老师问了我一个问题，他说：“请我把那张狗的照片给他。”那这个时候我并不会知道他指的是哪一张照片。
All right, so let's try to change our question a little, and I'll say, Jackie, pass me the picture of the ugly dog.
这个时候，如果老师增加一点点的形容词，说 "Jackie， 请把那张很丑的狗的照片给我。"我还是不知道他指的是哪一只狗。
All right, so now we'll ask another question. This is, please pass me the picture of the ugly, big, brown dog.
如果老师这个时候换一句话，他说："请把又丑又大又黄色的那张狗的照片给他呢？"这个时候我就知道他要的是这张照片。
So we can see that adjectives really help us with our descriptions, that really helps us to make it clear what we want.
所以我们可以看到，形容词能够帮助我们更生动又清楚地知道我们在讲的是什么事物。
All right, so we're going to learn more about how to use adjectives in sentences later on in the lesson, but now let's learn about describing an object.
我们之后会学习如何用形容词来造句，但是现在让我们来到如何用形容词来形容一个事物。
Right, and so we're going to learn about how to describe a favorite food. And so first, let's find out what some of the favorite foods of our friends are.
现在我们要来学到如何用形容词来形容我们最喜欢的食物。在那之前呢，我们来看一下我们的影片中的朋友个别喜欢哪些食物。
My favorite food is spaghetti. I like the al dente spaghetti, especially with thick tomato sauce and basil. They are the magical ingredients that make the sauce taste sweet and sour. Oh, spaghetti, yummy!
Hello everyone, I'm Jim. My favorite food is cheesecake. It's very simple and usually has 2-layer crusted cookies that topped with thick sour cheesecake filling. And cheesecake is sometimes very fat, but its tangy, dense, smooth, and melted mouth taste is really fantastic. That made me hard to say no for my second piece. And cheesecake tastes better if refrigerated because it can enhance its creamy and crispy texture. I really enjoy a piece of cheesecake after a meal because it makes me feel relaxed and satisfied.
Wow, when you hear those kids talking about the food they like, it makes you really hungry, right?
对，我们在看到这些小朋友在形容他们最喜欢的食物的时候，我们不禁的就自己也饿起来了。
And so let's review some of the things that we heard them say. So for example, Celestine said that she likes the al dente spaghetti, and she also talked about the magical ingredients that go into making the spaghetti sauce. And so these give some very precise descriptions to the ingredients that are being used.
我们可以看到，我们第一位的这位女性呢，她喜欢的最喜欢的食物是意大利面。那她用的形容词是包含弹牙的意大利面。那她也用了神奇的材料来形容她喜欢的这个食物。
Right, and then when we go on to Jim, he likes cheesecake, and he also used some very specific words to make us feel like the cheesecake is really delicious.
我们第二位 Jim 同学，他在形容他最喜欢的食物乳酪蛋糕的时候，他也用了非常生动的形容词来形容他喜欢的食物。
And so, for example, you heard him say tangy, dense, and smooth cheesecake.
我们听到 Jim 他用的形容词包含 tangy， 也就是多味的 ，dense 就是非常浓密的，还有就是smooth 顺口的 cheesecake 乳酪蛋糕。
So from these descriptions of favorite foods, we can see it's really important to bring in sensory descriptions of the objects we describe.
从这些简单的叙述中，我们可以看到，当我们在形容我们最喜欢的食物的时候呢，使用一些感官意识相关的形容词是非常重要的。
And so our sensory perceptions, they can deal with our sense of sight, our sense of smell, our hearing, also our touch. It can also include what we taste, and then generally what we feel inside.
我们感官意识相关的形容词呢，包含视觉、嗅觉、听觉、触觉、味觉，以及我们一般的情感的形容词。
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break now. We'll be back with you soon. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our writing model now.
欢迎回来，现在让我们看看写作范例。
My favorite food.
我最喜欢的食物。
Coffee is my favorite food. There are several types of coffee beans with different tastes, and I like them all.
我最喜欢的食物是咖啡。咖啡豆分成很多不同的口味和种类，而我全部都喜欢。
The small, round, brown beans smell like dry herbs and hay, and they produce a sweet caramel fragrance when I roll them around my palm.
这种又小又圆的咖啡色豆子带有一点香料的草香，当我把它在我手里握动的时候，还会发出淡淡的焦糖香气。
When brewing the coffee, the steam is accompanied by the sweet scents of flower or fruit.
在煮咖啡的过程中，还可以从它的水蒸气中闻到很甜的花香或果香。
When I hold a cup of coffee in my hand, I am deeply drawn to the dark black color of the liquid.
当我把一杯咖啡握在手中时，我深深地被褐色的咖啡液体吸引。
As I let the hot, smooth beverage slip down my throat, I experience great pleasure.
当又热又滑顺的饮料划过我的喉咙时，我感到无比的满足。
Some coffee has a sour, bitter taste, and some has sharp, acidic flavor. I usually add some sugar and hot milk to the coffee so that it tastes soft and mild.
有些咖啡偏酸苦，另外有些咖啡有强烈的酸味。我通常会在咖啡里面加一些糖和牛奶，这样喝起来会比较温和和顺口。
After finishing the last drop, I feel so energetic and satisfied and want to have more. The wonderful feeling is irresistible.
当我喝完最后一口的时候，我总是充满活力，并且感到很满足，并且希望还可以再来一杯。这种感觉很难以抗拒。
This is why I like to have a cup of coffee every day.
这也就是说，为什么我每天都要喝咖啡的原因了。
All right, now let's go over this essay again and look at how some of the sensory features of the coffee are featured.
让我们再看一次这篇作文，并且着重在这些感官意识相关的形容词如何形容咖啡。
All right, so let's start by taking a look at the beginning of the essay. It talks about coffee being a favorite food, and there are several kinds of coffee beans.
让我们看一下这个作文的第一句，他提到咖啡有许多种种类，而且咖啡豆也有很多种。
Right, so now these two sentences are setting up the topic of the paragraph.
前面这两句针对我们的作文的一开始，就把我们的整篇作文的主题设定出来。
And so we can see that the topic of this paragraph is going to be coffee, and also that coffee is the favorite food of the writer.
在这里我们可以看到，作者我们这篇作文的主题就是咖啡，而咖啡就是这个作者他最喜欢的食物。
And another thing we can say is that she even likes many different types of coffee.
作者另外他也形容说，他喜欢各种不同的咖啡。
All right, let's go on, take a look at the next section. All right, and over here we can see that this is focusing on some different kinds of sensory perceptions.
在下一段章中，我们看到作者针对他的感官做了一些形容。
All right, and so first of all, we can see that it talks about small round beans. And this is a description of what you see when you take a look at the roasted coffee beans.
在这里我们可以看到，作者针对又小又圆的咖啡豆做了形容，所以这个是跟我们的视觉是相关的。
Right, now we can also see that she also focuses on the smell. So it says here, it smells like dry herbs and hay. And so here we're focusing on the sense of smell.
文章中另外针对咖啡的味觉也做了形容，表示当他把咖啡放在手中的时候，可以闻到一些味道。所以我们在这边的重点就是味觉的感官。
All right, and we also smell something else. We smell the sweet caramel fragrance.
我们另外也闻到甜的焦糖味。
And finally, it talks about rolling the coffee beans around in the palm of your hand. And so this emphasizes the sense of touch.
最后，我们来到把咖啡豆放在手里绕来绕去的时候呢，我们说到了它的触觉感受。
Right, if we go on to the next section, we see that this also is emphasizing the sense of smell, what you smell when the coffee is brewing.
下一段继续的针对味觉做叙述。
And we can notice that it has some positive words such as the scent of flowers or fruit. So these are some nice, pleasant smells.
在这里可以看到用了一些好的一些形容词，譬如说有花香或是果香的味道。
And another word that we can emphasize here is the word steam. And when we see this word steam, we can maybe think of a visual image in our mind of the steam coming out of a tea kettle.
这里我们也看到用了一个字叫做蒸汽 （steam）， 这个时候它带到我们的视觉感受，我们可以在脑中看到，我们的咖啡壶中有蒸汽跑出来。
And another thing maybe is you can think about the sound of steam, this whistling sound as the steam comes out. And so this is related to hearing.
同时，蒸汽这个字也带到我们的听觉，因为我们可以听到 蒸汽从水壶里面出来的时候，会有滋滋的声音。
All right, let's go on and take a look at our next section of the essay. And this is also a visual image, so you can see the dark black color of the liquid. This is emphasizing a visual.
下一句中，我们强调的是我们的视觉的感官。我们看到了又深又黑的咖啡液体。
All right, then we also have a sense of touch here also. So imagine holding a cup of coffee in your hands. You have that feeling of the solid object in your hand.
这句中也带到我们的触觉，因为当作者把一杯咖啡握在手中的时候，他感觉到的踏实感。
All right, let's go on and we'll take a look at the next section. And we see that this is also related to touch and feel. So we can have this image of how the coffee feels as it's going down your throat. And you also have this general feeling of pleasure as you're tasting the coffee.
接下来还有针对我们的味觉跟触觉有一些形容。他说了，当咖啡滑下他的喉咙的时候，它有一个滑顺的感觉。
All right, as we go on to the next section, we see more about the sense of taste.
接下来下一段针对味觉做形容。
All right, and so we can see here that, or we can remember that back at the beginning of the essay, the writer said that she likes all kinds of coffee.
在文章的一开始，作者讲到他喜欢各种不同类型的咖啡。
And so we can see here that she's describing some of the different tastes that she likes.
在这里，他针对咖啡的不同味道做了形容。
And so we can see here there are many different words that are being used to describe the different tastes of coffee. So we have the word like sour.
在这里，我们可以看到他用了各种不同的单字来形容咖啡，譬如说他用了酸。
Another word is bitter.
另外一个字是苦。
We also have sharp and acidic.
我们另外也有浓郁也有强烈的酸味。
All right, and then we can talk about adding sugar and milk, and then the coffee can taste soft and mild.
另外，如果我们加上糖和奶精的话，咖啡它喝起来会是比较顺口并且温和的。
All right, and then if we go on to the next section, we can see more about the general feeling that she has as she's drinking the coffee.
接下来，针对他喝咖啡的时候一般的感受做形容。
And you can see that there are many special words here like energetic.
在这边，他用了一些特殊的字，例如充满活力。
We can also see satisfied.
他同时也是感到满足的。
And so some other words are wonderful and irresistible.
另外，他也用美好的和难以抗拒来形容他喝咖啡的感受。
All right, and as we go on to the very last sentence, we can see that this is our conclusion to the entire essay.
最后，我们的作文的最后一句用了一个总结，把我们的整篇作文做了一个贯穿的动作。
All right, let's take a little bit of a break now, and we'll be back with you in a couple moments.
我们休息一下，马上回来。
All right, so far we've been learning about how to use adjectives to make our writing more vivid, especially adjectives that deal with our sensory perceptions.
目前为止，我们已经看到如何利用形容词让我们的写作更为生动，尤其是当我们用一些感官意识相关的形容词的时候，我们这些形容词如何让我们的作文更丰富。
However, to use adjectives correctly, we need to learn some rules.
在我们学习如何利用形容词之前，我们要学习一些形容词的规则。
All right, the most important rule is that we need to write our adjectives in a special order. Otherwise, our writing will sound very strange or funny to a native speaker.
首先，我们要知道我们的形容词的摆放顺序位置。如果我们用错的话，我们的句子会听起来很奇怪。
Now, the first rule is that adjectives can be divided into two categories. These are opinion adjectives and fact adjectives.
第一个规则就是我们的形容词分为两大类，第一类是看法形容词 （opinion adjectives），第二类是事实形容词 （fact adjectives）。
And so now our rule is that opinion adjectives are always written before fact adjectives.
我们的铁规则就是我们的看法形容词一定会放在事实形容词的前面。
So now Opinion adjectives are words such as beautiful, famous, or wonderful.
看法形容词用来表达个人的观点，例如美丽的、有名的，或者是美妙的。
Now, these words all indicate qualities that people can easily disagree about.
这些通常都是主观的看法，人们可能会对一件事物有不同的观感。
And so, for example, different people can have different opinions about who is beautiful. This is because people have different tastes concerning what beauty is, and a person that I think is beautiful may be unattractive to somebody else.
举例来说，每一个人可能对什么样才是算是漂亮的人都有不同的看法。由于每个人的品味都不同呢，郑老师觉得漂亮的人，我们可能不见得同意。
Right, now, fact adjectives are words that are related to qualities that can be measured objectively.
另外一方面，事实形容词呢是可以被客观衡量的。
Right, now, fact adjectives can be combined into many categories. Here are some examples: size, age, color, origin, material, and purpose.
事实形容词可以分成以下的种类：大小、年纪、颜色、来源、成分、目的。
And you write these fact adjectives in the same order as we just showed you on the screen.
当你要用多种形容词在同一个句子之中呢，我们的顺序要跟荧幕上的一样。
Now let's go back and talk about the dogs that we looked at earlier.
让我们回去再讨论一下我们之前所看到的那些狗的图片。
Right, and so we talked about having a big brown dog. And so we can see here that we have big before the word brown because big is a size adjective and brown is a color adjective.
好，我们看到这个句子，又大又黄的狗。由于大是一个大小，黄是一个颜色，所以我们会把大放在黄色 brown 褐色这个狗的前面。
And so we can just see here that we say big brown dog, we don't say brown big dog. Otherwise, it's going to sound really strange.
所以说我们会说大黄狗，而不是说黄大狗，要不然听起来就会很奇怪。
Now, if you look in your textbook on page 73, you'll see the chart that we're going to show you now.
如果请翻到课本中的第73页，可以看到这个表格。
And this chart lists many different kinds of fact adjectives and also shows you the order that you should use when you write them into a sentence.
这个表格中，它有显示出我们各种不同的事实形容词以及它应该用的正确顺序。
And so now if we go back and we look at some examples from our writing model, then we can also see some examples.
那我们回到写作范例里面，我们也可以看到一些形容词的范例。
And so, for example, when we talked about the beans, we said that there are small, round, brown beans.
当我们讲到我们的咖啡豆的时候呢，我们说它是又小又圆又褐色的咖啡豆。
And so over here, we can see that we have a size adjective, and that goes before the shape adjective, and the shape adjective went before the color adjective.
所以在这句中的顺序，我们看到是先讲大小又圆又咖啡色的咖啡豆。
All right, and so you can see some other examples on the screen, but we're not going to go over them. But right now, we're going to go on to the grammar exercises.
有其他的范例，请在我们的写作范例中可以看到如何使用形容词的顺序。好，在今天的文法练习里面，我们看到了一些句子。那这些句子的形容词并没有按照正确的顺序写出来，所以这就是我们今天要做的练习。
All right, so we look at the first sentence. This is what it says. Last year, I traveled to a blank town, Tainan, and I went to the Golden Beach.
第一个句子中，我们看到他说：“去年我到了台南的一个空格的城市，并且在那去拜访了黄金沙滩。”
Right, and so we can see here we have two words, old and beautiful, and we have to figure out the order in which to put them.
在这里，我们看到两个形容词，老的跟美丽的，所以我们现在要来想想看，我们的顺序为何。
And so Old is a fact adjective that deals with age, while beautiful is an opinion adjective.
第一个单字老的，它是一个事实形容词，在讲一个东西的它的年纪。第二个 beautiful 美丽的，它是一个个人的意见。
And so our rule is that opinion adjectives always go before fact adjectives, and so we should write down beautiful old into our blank space.
由于我们有提到我们的看法形容词一定要放在事实的前面，所以我们会把美丽的放在老的的前方。
All right, let's take a look at the next sentence.
我们看一下第二句，
It says, the blank sea looked shiny.
他提到说那个空格的海看起来很亮。
Right, we have two words here, blue and crystal. And so blue is a color adjective.
这边我们看到有两个形容词，蓝色的和犹如水晶般的。那蓝色它是一个颜色形容词。
Now the word crystal here, this is not a material adjective. Crystal is actually modifying the word, the color of blue. So we're not saying the sea is made out of crystal. We're saying that the color blue is like a blue crystal.
好，在这边我们看到水晶的这个字，它并不是指它的我们海的材料它的来源，而是指它要来形容蓝色的的状况，所以我们要把 crystal 水晶的拿来形容蓝色。
And so over here you saw that we write crystal before the word blue.
所以我们要把水晶的犹如水晶的放在蓝色的前面。
All right, let's take a look at our next sentence in the story. It says, the blank waves were gently pushing the sea toward the beach.
好，下一句中提到那个空白的海浪轻轻地向沙滩推进。
All right, so we have two words, foamy and white.
在这里我们有两个单字，又白又密的。
All right, and so over here, what we can say is that foamy is an opinion. It's giving us an opinion of what the waves were like.
好，在这边密的这个形容词呢，是一个属于意见、看法的形容词。
And then white is a color, and then this is also a fact adjective.
白色它是一个事实形容词，因为它表达的是颜色。
And so then we can write foamy white into our blank space.
所以这个时候我们可以写又密又白的。
Now, actually, this sentence is kind of complicated because it can go either way. We can think of foamy as an opinion and we would write foamy white.
这个句子其实有两种写法。如果你认为很密的沙滩的浪是你的个人的意见的话，你就把密这个字放在前面。
Now, another way that you can look at this is you could think of foamy as being more of a material, while white is still the color.
第二种看法是你认为绵密它其实是它的事实的它的材料，所以白色是它的颜色。
Right, and so in this case, what we would do is then we would write white in front of foamy.
在这个时候，我们就把白色写在绵密的前面。
And so we can see that in English, there's not always one exact way to interpret these different kinds of adjectives.
所以在英文之中，你可以看到，其实不是只有一个绝对的方式来形容你要形容的东西。
All right, so we're running out of time, and so let's talk about your homework. What you should do is you should go over the different kinds of grammar exercises and the writing activity.
接下来，由于时间的关系，我们直接来讲到回家练习作业的部分。那这个礼拜，请你要针对我们的练习呢，在家中自己做复习的动作。
All right, so thanks for joining us for English composition. We'll see you again next time.
谢谢收看，我们下次见。